Hey guys, it's your humble host, or Kayla if you prefer. So I'm back with another video. Now this isn't my usual cup of tea or my usual content, but a friend had posted about it on Facebook earlier, and I came across the tweet myself, and I'm really disgusted by it. For those of you who are not aware, obviously Stan Lee passed away a few months ago, and there was many memorial artwork and things like that in regards to Stan Lee. So I am familiar with Marvel. I like the movies. I thought it was awesome that he appeared in just about every Marvel movie that he was able to that came out. So here's the thing, because if you look at his Twitter, Disney MCU is still using it, and look what they're using it to advertise. It's the Captain Marvel movie. And I gotta say, it's really disrespectful to Stan Lee's memory. First off, for any of you who have not seen the controversy around the Captain Marvel movie, one of the YouTubers, and I'll put a link in the description, who has been covering it real well. Actually, two YouTubers. It's Ethan Schaefer and then the Quartering. And then I've been reading articles about the controversy and the garbage fire that is Captain Marvel. I streamed about it this past Friday. But anyway, with that being said, and once you catch up on all the controversy, pretty much the gist of that is Brie Larson can't keep her damn mouth shut. You have her saying how she doesn't want evil white men following her press tour, that it's not for men, that it's about intersectional feminism, that it's for women of color. Even though her trainer is a white guy and her squad, there was a photo of her getting passed around of it all being white women. I mean, if we really want to play this bullshit game, there you go. What else? And that it was a feminist movie, which, okay, I said this before in my stream, is right now I have a really, really bad taste for feminine led movies, feminine superhero movies, because they're always forced. Now, it's one thing, as there's perfect examples, like you have Wonder Woman. I saw Wonder Woman, and I thought it was cool that she was actually played, the actress is an Israeli war hero, so that was awesome. I did see that movie. You have Ripley from The Predator. Even though she's not a female lead, kind of isn't. You have Black Widow, who is awesome. And then if you want to get into anime, for those of you who are not familiar with this one, because she was kind of a superhero, well, not really. It was set in an ancient time in Japan, but Balsa, the spear wielder. So those are just a few examples of female lead superheroes, strong women that I like, and it wasn't forced. It wasn't a feminist thing. But with using Stan Lee's account, this is beyond disgusting. This is beyond disrespectful. This account should be memorialized, but it's being used to push a bullshit movie that is going to bomb, because anytime you have Rotten Tomatoes removing negative reviews, because that's also part of the controversy, and claiming anybody who is criticizing the movie to be trolls or evil white men, anybody who attacks movie reviews because they are by evil white men, this is so disrespectful. I don't know, and honestly, I've never seen Twitter memorialize an account. I've never come across an actual account that's been memorialized. But if Twitter does, this should be memorialized and not used. You are using Stan Lee's name, who is passed on, by the way, to promote this garbage movie. Let's look at the comments here, because it's really disgraceful what's going on. So you have somebody saying, "Are you effing serious with this?" I posted something, shame, 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 because this is just unabashed disrespect. You have somebody saying using his Twitter account to make money for Disney is creepy and inappropriate. It is. You're using a dead guy's account, and excuse me, but you're using a deceased known icon's account to promote garbage. Way to go. This account should be preserved as Mr. Lee's legacy, but you should stop tweeting from it and probably use Marvel or Disney's account. Honestly, I am a big fan, but it's weird, no offense intended. And if you go, which I'll put a link to the actual tweet below, if you scroll down the comments, you'll see people saying, hey, you know what, this is not okay. You have people unfollowing it. Love you, Stan, unfollowing because they are necromancing your account and goodwill to market. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the term necromancing, it is a gaming term used to bring back the dead or animate the dead. You'll see this term in D&D, any sort of magic game. So there you go. Cool when you went full-on salesman with your Stanley brand when you were alive, but now it is just a corporation pulling strings on a corpse and making it dance around. You deserve better. And that is true. It's pretty much, you have turned Stanley into this puppet-like corpse, and you know what? It's gross. It is freaking disgusting. Let me scroll down here. Not the real Stanley. Really Captain Obvious. So as you can see, people are not thrilled with this being done. Keeping Stan's Twitter account active to promote the MCU after his passing feels widely inappropriate. And people have also commented that Disney should have used their own account and that they should have used the Marvel MCU Twitter account, whatever that is. I don't follow it. I'm not familiar with it. But yeah, Stan Lee, because he's a well-respected brand name, a well-known icon, father figure of Marvel, if you will, this is a very bad PR stunt. And it's like, well, let's use a well-respected brand to push this bullshit movie because it's getting blasted at everyone else. And at this point, it deserves to be blasted, and it's going to meet the same fate as Ghostbusters 2, because I've told this to various people. Once this movie launches and fails, because it will fail, because it is right now a dumpster fire, Brie Larson is the worst person you can ever have asked to play the role of Captain Marvel, by the way, because of her damn mouth, which she can't seem to keep shut. She in herself is a PR disaster for the movie, and has proven to be so. The fact that she's alienated about 75 to 80% of the fan base. And then on top of that, trying to make Captain Marvel, which originally is known as Mrs. Marvel. Thank you. Captain Marvel is actually the male version. We covered this on my stream, to where Captain Marvel was an alien from space who disguised himself as I believe a military general to gain access to something, and I believe it was Carol Danvers absorbed his powers through his blood when Captain Marvel protected her with his own body, and she became Mrs. Marvel. So it is originally Mrs. Marvel. Yeah, you can go into the history of that. We covered on my stream. But like I said, I'm not a real Marvel nut. But at the same time, this pisses me off because, you know, this wasn't done with good intentions. This was oh, hey, well, people are shitting all over the movie. Let's use a well-known, respected brand. Yeah, no, for you guys for that. But anyway, so that is that situation. Tell me what your guys' thoughts are below. I'm going to link the tweet, or rather the Twitter status. I'm going to link Ethan Schaefer's coverage videos on this. I'll link at least one, and I'll do one by the quartering as well, because I've been watching them with the situation, their coverage of it, and then I've also been reading articles myself too. So with that being said, you guys have a wonderful night. Not my usual cup of tea or my usual content, but I really felt the need to address this because I was thoroughly and utterly disgusted by it. You guys have a good night, and yeah, tell me what your thoughts are below. And check out Ethan Schaefer and the Quartering if you guys don't know them already. They do a lot of game coverage. Ethan Schaefer does comics. Quartering does games, game news. He actually just launched his own website and YouTube channel. No, this is not being promoted by them. I just, once again, I'm shilling them because I've been watching their coverage of the situation. So you guys have a good night, and I'll see you in the next one.